Hello, I'm Mike,
And I'm Vic.
and you're watching
Matt
METS in
Florida.
Florida.
How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you, Vic? I could be better after that game.
Oh my God, double whammy.
Yeah,
And the Yankees win it. I'm like, oh
I
my God.
know. We were riding high after. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was a very winnable game, but you made a good point off air. You were saying how we kind of deserved to lose that game.
Yeah, that was shades of last year. I mean,
Yeah.
first two innings, you don't advance. To get two runners on, you don't advance them. I was like, uh-oh. I was hoping for the best, but sure enough, comes back.
Yeah.
And when we see that loss, same culprits.
Same one. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty much obvious what we need to do. And I feel bad for David Peterson because he pitched so well.
He pitched good, but then I'm looking at the line like JD, Escobar. Who was the other one? Oh, McCann. I'm like, oh my God, the same. It's like now it's become an every other inning affair because they're doing nothing at the bottom.
No, I knew, and you knew when we didn't take advantage in the ninth inning. You knew.
Yeah, I'm
It's not going to be
hoping
good.
McNeil didn't play today, right?
Who
McNeil.
did he play? I believe he did play.
He did.
No, wait, hold on. I'm looking right now just to make sure.
He has to be in there at second base, I think.
I know Guillorme played.
Yeah, and I did mention it to you that
Guillorme made a great play.
Back up with
What?
Guillorme is getting exposed. He is getting exposed now because everybody knows he's strictly a singles hitter. You got to just challenge him, and he's hitting the other way. That shift is not going to work indefinitely for him.
Right.
Good player, but you're going to have to. To me, we rode the hot hand. It's no longer hot. Start to back up. Maybe every other day situation that he's playing. Maybe he's playing so much now because of the Escobar thing. But now
McNeil didn't play, by the way.
like you got Escobar cold, Guillorme cold, JD is JD. You know, I'm like McCann is McCann. That's 4 hitters.
Yeah.
That's 4 out of 9, and it's hard to win. It's hard to, you know what I mean? So
JD was 1 for 3. Those 3 hitters. Well, the bottom half of the lineup, Davis, Escobar, Guillorme, and McCann, were combined 1 for 15.
Yep. And the thing is like every single one of them, no power. So if they're not walking, they add nothing. And they're not great. And those guys don't have, well, Guillorme does, but most of those guys don't have great on base average, like really high. So they're not hitting, they ain't walking. You know, at least at one point this year, Escobar, when he wasn't hitting, he was at least walking.
Getting on base.
Now he's not doing either one.
No.
And was the starting pitcher a lefty or righty for the Marlins?
Starting pitcher was Castano. What was he? I'm gonna look it up. He was a lefty.
He was a lefty. Okay, that means he was batting on the right side. Well, there goes my theory because Escobar usually hits better on the right side than the left, but he sucked just as
much. It wasn't our day. Yeah, I mean,
like, oh man.
Yeah, disheartening loss. And you made a great point too. It's one thing like we've been losing the middle game, but when and winning it in the rubber game. But when you're down, when you're up 2-0, you got to go for that sweep.
Yeah,
you got to go for that sweep.
Got to go for that sweep. So it's all great. It's all great.
I hate to be like that, but you're right.
Yeah, it's like we can win every series, but remember, you have another team that's right on your tail who is sweeping some series, and we can't just expect it like that. They could sneak up on us. How many games are we back? I mean, are we ahead of?
I was so used to saying back.
Yeah.
We're so used to PTSD. We are.
Is it 5?
I think we're back to 5.
Okay.
Well,
I think we were 5.
Maybe 4.5 now. Let's see. Yeah. I'll tell you. As of right now, we're 4.5 up.
4.5. Okay.
Philly, we're 8.5 up. Well, we hear about Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So he's going to be out for a while.
I did hear also the Braves lost someone today. That may not be serious, but who came? Acuna came out.
Okay,
That he's
yeah.
not playing today. I'm sorry, he's not playing today. So this they didn't specify.
They play tonight, don't they?
They
It's
play
the game of the week. Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get to the topic for today: the starting pitchers. And we
Yeah.
have many on this list that haven't been said anywhere else, but that we have found out that are at least possibly available. Some more than others.
And these are very realistic possibilities too.
Yeah, on the list that we have, they are everywhere from number ones, twos, threes, 4, and 5 starters. So it's pretty much covered. So let's get started right off the bat. And the first one might be available is Madison Bub Gardner.
Yeah, Mad Bum. And he's with the Diamondbacks, which means they are sellers.
They are sellers. He is owed though 45 or $50 million left on his contract. And he is it's signed through 2024. So
2 more years.
yeah, so it really depends on how much they were willing to eat and how much earn. So he is healthy, he is a lefty, he's got the playoff experience, he's doing better, not great, but that's one of those things that money can play. Maybe.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it would be something. And he gives us that lefty, the veteran lefty.
Right. Next person on the list, Edward Cabrera for the Marlins. I would put this on that high of a list.
No, they want to keep him, I think.
Yeah, we're looking at strictly for available for the Mets. I don't.
Plus, it's within the division. They're not gonna.
Yeah, I don't see. Maybe it was number 5 starter, maybe, but he's got a lot of.
He's got upside.
Yeah, high ceiling, high fastball velocity. So that'll be likely. The next one that's been mentioned, not only
all
for
over the place.
Mets and the Yankees.
Same guy that dropped the pop up, right?
Yeah, how could we forget? Never forget that game.
That name.
Wasn't that on a national televised ESPN game, right?
Yeah, Yankees. Yeah, of course.
I just remember standing up, throwing a pillow against the TV and going to bed. I was so disgusted.
I know, that was horrible.
Well, same name, but hopefully, better.
A different karma.
Luis Castillo from the Reds.
Yeah. It's very doable because the Reds aren't going anywhere.
But they are going to expect top prospects. However, I think I only will give them one of my top 10. I'm looking at one of my top 10, one in my top
11 to 15. No.
Yeah, maybe try to push it a little bit more if it's possible. But could lessen depending if there's any interest there with JD or Dom.
Yeah, we'd have to throw one of them in there at least.
Those 2 guys are dealable. We can find people and we can bring up people who can do just as
They'd
bad.
be perfect for teams that are rebuilding. Yeah, right.
At least for this year. I'm sure they'll bounce back and there'll be many Met fans who will be, we should have never traded them. Well, they had their chance.
Again, they weren't going to do it here.
Yeah,
just like Darno and
just
those guys.
The guy from Seattle, the reliever, Seawald,
yeah. They weren't going to do it here.
You got plenty of chances. Every team has had those guys. You gave plenty of chances, and they didn't do it. Every team
in this universe, they weren't going to perform for us. Let them go. Let them go somewhere else and be successful.
That's it. Wish you the best. As long as you don't kill us, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Luis Castillo is on that list. It does give you protection for next year because of free agent pitchers that we have.
Right.
So it does give you that. He's healthy, had a little bit of injury bug. We have to be very careful of that going forward because the older guys. So I would put him among, if I had to say that of the list that we're going through, in my top 5 as far as desirable, I would have to put him in my top 5.
Sure. Oh, definitely. He would make a huge impact.
Now, the next one, Johnny
Cueto.
Cueto,
Yeah,
White Sox. He's more of an innings eater. He's got a
veteran.
Yeah,
He's got a ring. He's got a chip.
Yep.
He's got a chip. We know where he got that.
Yeah, exactly. Now with him, he's strictly an innings eater.
Yeah.
Lower part of the rotation, possible middle reliever, playoff time.
Oh yeah, I could see him stepping up.
Yeah, so that's right now out of my top 5, but could be
top 10 though.
Yeah, could be. It really depends. Yeah, top 10. Yeah, I think it really depends on where, like I said before, off air, where we're gonna put we need those 3. We need bullpen, starter, and hitter. And we can't go just good enough in any direction.
We're past that now.
Yeah, we have to at least 2 of the 3 have to be impact.
Big, yes. Big name, big, yeah. Like wow.
Yeah.
Cover of the yearbook worthy.
Yes, exactly.
The next one, you got Zach Davies.
Yes.
Diamondback, so it's doable as far as that goes.
He's got a 3.778 ERA.
That's decent.
He starts. Yeah, he's
today's game.
He's a 5th starter. That's kind of like if nothing is manifesting itself on the starter front with 15 minutes to go on trade deadline, he might look good,
Yeah, no, that's doable. That's the kind of picture I could actually see. I could see him getting here. I don't know why. I could picture it.
But that's last case scenario.
Yeah, you're not putting him in the you want Cueto more than him.
Yeah.
Kyle Freeland.
Kyle Freeland,
Rockies, lefty. They don't want it again. High ceiling.
They probably don't want to trade him.
They don't want to trade a good pitcher in Colorado.
Yeah, 4.39 ERA, 12 starts. So I probably
for Colorado, that's good. That's pretty.
Yeah, it is good. They're trying to build something. They did sign him to an extension, to a 5-year extension. So probably less likely, but nevertheless, that's a name. Next one, I wouldn't really consider him. The next guy, Zach Grenky, doesn't seem like a New York guy. He's not pitching that great.
No, he's definitely a borderline Hall of Famer, though.
Borderline Hall of Famer. Yeah,
a friend of mine would love to get him. Like Zach Grinky.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's not doing well this year. You're right.
He's got a 5 ERA. We already have that. We don't need another.
No. He probably would step up in the playoffs, knowing him.
But
you don't want to.
That's a scenario that he would be in a game because somebody got hurt.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But not ready. So that's not because he earned it. So I would pass on him. Another one that a lot of people were really high on him last year.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not. I never have been.
I know you never liked him.
If anything, I've always been puzzled why we never could hit this guy. When I've seen
you thought he was overrated.
Yeah, I've always seen other teams just wait this guy out and just kill him. Somehow he had our number, and that's Kyle Hendrix.
Yeah, he's supposed to be their ace, supposedly.
Yeah, he's
again the Cubs, so they are sellers, but
he doesn't strike out.
Strikeouts per 9 innings have gone down.
Yeah, I need more of a strikeout guy. So, you agree? Pass.
Yeah, I mean, not a horrible name, but I'm not rushing to get him.
To me, he's more of a name now.
Not only that, but I'm afraid the Cubs would use his name to try to get.
That's my point.
Oh, but it's Kyle Hendrix. We want one of your guys,
Right. He's more of a name.
And here's a lot of Diamondbacks.
Next guy, next Diamondback up, Merrill Kelly, right-handed pitcher.
This actually looks pretty decent.
He could be a sleeper there. 3.68 ERA in 13 starts, and he signed through 2025, not making that much money. So there is
that's an attractive one.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, too.
And he's got a team option for 20. Okay, yeah, that one I would put in my top 10.
I put him in my top 10. Not my top 5 yet, but my top 10.
No.
Next guy. Now we're going to the Rockies. Chad Cole, that's how you
Got
pronounce
some
his
good
name?
numbers at Coors Field.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Cole, I believe, yeah.
Right-handed.
Kuhl, I think it's Cole.
Oh,
But he's got really good numbers for Coors Field.
yeah, he's kind of a back end 3.70 ERA.
Look at his numbers at Coors, 322 and a 108 whip.
Yeah. So not bad, not bad. That's another under the radar kind of guy.
Lower part of the top 10, maybe.
I think, you know, when we explore the top and then we explore with everything else, that I think we got to have our 1A. I don't want us to go to choice.
It's only 4 starts, but was that?
Like, I want us to have, when they go making a deal, you go hard after the guy you really want, unless it's totally ridiculous. But I'm only going 1A, 1B, 1C. I'm not going to make a deal for when it's not going to make a difference. We're looking for difference makers.
Yeah, I agree.
Rise. I have to do a little bit more deeper dive into some of these guys as far as how they perform against the better hitting teams. That'll give me a better idea of like who we can narrow that down, because I don't know if they get killed by the better hitting teams like the Braves and Dodgers and San Francisco. So and Phillies.
Right.
So that's him. The next one, another one I'm going to pass on because I don't see us dealing within the division.
No, they don't want to let him go.
Yeah, Pablo Lopez. So I don't.
Marlins. He's too good. Also.
Yeah, it's too
good.
He's
part of their future.
Yeah, I know. 26 years old. He's 2024. I don't see the upside unless they're probably asking for Alvarez. And
they will want way too much. No.
See you later.
Jordan Lyles.
Kind of under the radar, but he's kind of a suspect. He's allowed too many hits, 5 ERA.
Got a 5.10 ERA. I mean,
yeah, that guy's a dime a dozen. No, thank you.
No. Next is this is a name we've talked about.
Yeah, Tyler
Molly. Yeah, it's I think it's Molly. Or Male. I can't. I think I would know, but yeah. Middle of the rotation. Too many walks though.
Yeah, too many walks. Not a bad pickup. It wouldn't be he's got great stuff, but he's kind of I would say mid rotation. I would say a number 3-4.
Yeah.
3-4. Even if you're talking about somebody else's rotation, I don't think he's in the 1. I don't even think he's a 2. He's like a 3-4. And now with ours, he would be a number 4, probably.
Yeah.
I would probably say number 4.
I would give you that. Yeah. That's someone to think about.
Yeah, that's someone to think about. I mean,
another one. This is another name we hear.
But I might put him in the top 5 though.
Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the name we've
heard
that name get thrown around.
Yeah, because Castillo is the only one I got so far. He would be the second one.
Okay. What about the next one we hear about? Wade Miley.
Wade Miley, the Cubs.
He has shoulder strain.
The
flag.
Yeah, and he has to get healthy, so that's too much. It's
too much of a risk. Here's a guy that we've heard of in the past, Mike Minor.
Right.
Lefty. Too high though.
Too high ERA. He's 7.36 ERA. No, thank you.
And next.
Oh.
The number 1.
It might be number 1. Frankie Montas.
Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie Montas. And that's the
name speaks for itself pretty much.
Yeah, it's going to be a ridiculous.
They would want a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
And that's Billy Bean we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think we have the goods to get him. No. The Dodgers might, if they haven't depleted their system already from the last year's trade.
It's a shame, but you're right. It would be difficult.
The Yankees will probably be involved in it, but I don't think they have the goods.
No.
Unless they're really stop. So I don't really think that's a rule. And they're pretty good in their pitching, so that's one of the things that's surprising about the Yankees is their pitching this year. So I don't really think they need them, but you never know.
This one I don't think is tradable. I don't think they want to trade him.
Yeah, Martin Perez, next one, left-handed pitcher, Rangers.
He might be their untouchable.
Yeah, 2.18 ERA, 2.16 WAR.
You know what they'd be asking for that. Left-hander.
He is having a better year, so they could trade high for him. But if I'm going to give up something good, I hate trading it for guys who are having their best years.
Right.
You know, with nothing in the past to say this could.
You don't want them to have the best year of the year you're trading for them.
Yeah, that's like when it's same thing when you're signing these free agents. Like who was the guy that the Toronto had last year, the lefty, Robbie Ray.
Yeah.
First year he was really, really great. What is he doing this year?
He's declined a little.
Yep.
Yeah, this one might be too much of a pipe dream.
Right.
Again, these last two would be really tough.
Yeah. Really tough, but I don't think I'm gonna, if I'm gonna spend like significant capital, it's Montas or Castillo, and then a little lower on
Yeah, someone bigger name. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
About the next one, we know this name, of course.
Michael Pineda, Tigers.
Pineda. Remember Steve Summers, Pineda.
Pineda. He's on the IL though for.
Yeah, he's not what he was he? I don't think so.
He's got to show that his slider is good, so that's too iffy.
Yeah.
And he's a starter really right now. So let's go to the next one.
This one's pretty decent. Jose Quintana, lefty.
Yep. Pitchers.
Pirates is doable.
3.5 ERA.
12 starts.
Yeah.
He got early count outs with strikeouts. That's good.
That's now, yeah. So possibly he's on the lower rung now. He's as far as doable, he's in the top 5.
He's doable as far as the Pirates aren't going anywhere. Although they might be building, but I don't. For the right price, they might take him. I don't think he's going to be. I mean, they'll want something for him, but probably not the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the last guy that we have in the starters list is Drew Smiley.
Smiley. Another lot of lefties here. You got an IL, strained right oblique. Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
3.80 ERA.
Oh yeah. 9 starts.
What do you think?
And they're probably looking to deal him. But you ain't getting a Pete Armstrong for him or anything like that from us. That's for sure.
No.
So
those are the starters. Those are all starters.
Starters. Those are the ones. A couple of new names here haven't been mentioned.
Yeah, and we were able to weed out the realistic ones from the ones we know we're not going to get.
Right.
Or either whether it's because of the price tag's too high, or because they're not they're either borderline buyers, or because they're in the division.
Right.
The Marlins are not. We're not trading with them.
Right. I think that the Mets might have to do really, really think about how they want to manage both Scherzer and DeGrom. I really don't want them going more than 6 innings, meaning that we have to convert somebody into that middle reliever. We need 2 rubber arms available at any time. And I think if we get another starter, we might have to put Miguel in there.
Yeah, that would give us some depth there. But yeah, you're right.
Give us that depth, because if we have one of our guys going, I think it's good to have them out, but also we can play with their games. Here's another thought out of the box with Scherzer and with DeGrom. Depending on the matchups, we might be able to do an opener.
Yeah,
Once they get to be
that's a
going
good point.
6 innings, when they're reaching 6 innings on a consistent basis, I think you might want to start looking at openers. Okay. Of course, everything depends on how much of a lead we have in the
Interesting.
division.
Right, of course.
If we get on a roll, hopefully, that we haven't had yet. We haven't had a long 10-game winning streak. Everybody else
6
has.
is the highest. 6 is the most.
If we get on one of those and build that lead and are comfortable, maybe we start to go with openers with both of them and let them finish the game,
That would be pretty exciting.
and you can break in a few of our guys for that kind of opener situation, meaning Peterson and Miguel.
You know who else I see as an opener? Medina. I see him as an opener. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It
maybe,
seems like nothing phases him. Like,
maybe.
and if he doesn't, you give him the quick hook. But
But
I
I
don't know
think
why. Down the road, not
I
now.
think
But
those-
McGill and Peterson for sure.
I think those two guys could work as openers.
What about Trevor?
Trevor too.
Yeah.
That would give you 3 guys that you can,
That's depth.
yeah.
That's
Then you
depth.
can play around with them depending on the lineup. And here you go. Let's say Peterson, McGill, or what's his name? Who you just mentioned, Williams. They're the opener. They're having an off day, like when we know it's like the first inning.
Yeah,
they're gonna-
I'm looking at the time, by the way, just so less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep that in mind. We'll touch base on this another time.
Yeah, but this is a great segue because we're going to talk about relievers in the next video then.
So until next time,
On 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go Mets, and don't
Mets.
and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
That's it. We'll see you
you
next
soon.
time.
Yep. Take care.
Okay.